On this episode, as the next polycoat goes on, we will be featuring a guitar neck as usual. Anyways, again, as you can see here before me, folks, the neck has again taken another change. Ta-da! That said, I noticed when I was putting the wipe on poly, it seemed like the dye or stain was coming off, so I went back over it with some 800 grit to it was kind of also feeling a little rough too. So as you can see here, I've got one coat on, and as well as I have a coat on the fingerboard here as well. It's not as much, but as you see here, as I go towards the backside, the backside is now coated with about, I'd say, 3 coats. Up to 3 coats on the backside. It's starting to go in, and you can kind of see getting a nice bit of green pop starting to show. So anyways, some of the greens come out here a bit too since I sanded back. So now it's kind of got more of a dirty, rough look. And with that said, I've already done multiple coats on the back. So I'm up to 3. I've just given this a scuff with a 3M Scotch-Brite type of pad. So I'm going to leave the back for the time being, but the top and fretboard definitely needs another go at with the wipe on poly. So if that said, again, I will just quickly go over this with wipe on poly, and again, probably leave it to dry cure overnight, which is again would be more past the 3 to 4 hours between coats. But I want to try to build this up evenly. As far as I can understand, see it, probably I'm going to need at least, we'll say, 8 to 12 thin coats. I definitely want to build up some more coats on the back and on the headstock, but I definitely want to stay away from the neck so much. I'll put on like 2 or 3 around the neck pocket at least, because I don't want to get too thick and have it not fitting back onto the body. So again, with the rambling, I've already shaken up the Minwax. Let's get to it. Just a simple wipe, and you can really, especially now that I've already got this coat already built up, and already have a coat built up on the I already have a coat built up on the face here. You can really start seeing the gloss come out now. Again, just trying to make sure I'm coating nice and evenly, that it's saturating enough. Just enough to keep building it up. And as close as I can to the frets. Again, like I said, frets I don't consider a big concern, because in the end you're going to end up going over them anyways when you do give them a bit of a cleanup after the fact. I might have scuffed a few bits here and there, but the reality is all I've been using for sandpaper over these parts has just been 800 grit sandpaper, so I'm not overly it's not like I'm overly damaging frets, especially with 800 grit. And I do have 1000, 1500, and 2000 grit sandpaper available now for me to further fine sand frets or whatever else. So again, just trying to saturate it enough. You can already see, well, as you can already see with this, it's already starting to gloss up nicely, which is making me glad that I've taken the time to file everything back further. And I think actually with how it looks now, it's gonna have a bit of a nicer look and kind of a better match to the body than the previous kind of yucky thin yellow coating that the producers of these were doing when they make them in China. Again, I'd have to say the wood quality of the neck definitely isn't shitty, but again, my own error because of the fact that I didn't actually take the time to fill the holes, but hindsight's 2020. That said, that is probably about coat 3 on the headstock. And this is coat 2 now officially on the fretboard. Trying to get it into the light here a bit, you can see. And I'll move it a bit closer. I have the webcam zoomed in better, but so hopefully this is giving you guys a bit of a better view of the headstock and whatnot. So that concludes this episode as the poly turns. Stay tuned for more, folks. And again, hope you are all doing well. Remember, stay positive, and have a good night if it's nighttime where you are, or morning. Thanks again. Bye for now.